Welcome everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve and these are my co-hosts.
I'm Talia.
And I'm Tek. You may have heard me on radio, you may have never heard of me at all, but that's okay.
Cause y'all gon' learn today. Your whole life was a struggle, had to make it out the jungle. This is a show for you. Welcome to the hustle. Under pressure, never break a fold. Keep chasing your goals until you blow. Now, welcome to the hustle.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Hustle Podcast. It's the number 3 of the day.
Number 3 of the day.
Who do
folks.
we have right now?
We're
Tell
running
me,
a
bro.
marathon. We have a legendary Queens rapper in the building. He goes by the name of Royal Flush, ladies and gentlemen. We're stoked. This is a 3-part series, where we've had the honor and privilege to have some legendary New York MCs on the podcast. It's a big look for us. So welcome to Canada, first and foremost, and welcome to the Hustle Podcast.
Thank y'all for having me. It's my type of atmosphere anyway. Royal Flush, poker, table,
Exactly. It
everything
makes
good.
sense.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
This was meant to be.
Definitely.
You were meant to be on this show.
Definitely.
This is your first Canadian appearance, if I'm right.
Yes, I mean I came in '97. Like I said, when I came here, it was we went shopping at some place called Underground. I do remember that.
Yeah, that's Montreal.
Underground or Underworld?
Underground City, bro.
It's like
Underground City. There you
yeah,
go.
but that's what they call it. So I do remember coming. I came with the artifacts back then, but we was only here for like a day or two, and then we cut out. But this is my first time.
Welcome back, man. Now you're going to get to experience it a little differently. You're going to get to rock a show tomorrow. There's people that have been waiting for you to come back here for 27 years, man.
Excellent.
Definitely.
We also mentioned that track that you had, Ice Down Medallions.
Oh, we're leading with this.
There's that line in the track, from New York to Quebec, unbelievable respect. The fact that you got to come to Quebec, bro, it's like going full circle, that track.
Definitely.
And a lot of people that are coming out, like I saw in the comments, they were saying, they were quoting that line. Mm-hmm. So you said, I think you said that you didn't even remember how you wrote it or how you came up with it.
I remember saying it, I guess, Nore and everybody had like Kuwait and all that. Yeah. So I wanted my place in Flushing was Quebec.
Oh shit. For real?
So yeah, I took that from y'all. So
that's crazy.
That's how I threw it in there like that. But that was definitely dope, man. And then to be out here and actually see it and be a part of it, that was dope.
Are there any similarities you would say
Yes.
between Flushing and Quebec, for real?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. Because it looks real clean, but we can get mean. You know what I mean?
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
So your debut album came out in 1997, Ghetto Millionaire.
Yes.
Tell us about that project, bro. I remember reading the reviews. It was like, everybody was like saying that shit's a classic. It's destined to be a classic. I think it got 3.5 mics in the source.
Yes. That album was definitely great. I mean, I started with Mike Geronimo. When Mike Geronimo did his first album, the Master I See album. I'm a kid. I'm so high, you so high. That's how I started. And then when he did his album, he did maybe like 15 songs. I'm on like 12 of them. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So we did that whole album together. And while I was on tour with Mike, I didn't realize that I was getting a buzz in New York. Mm-hmm. So kind of like the label came down there and kind of like signed me on a promo run.
That's crazy.
So by the time I got back to New York, they was like, Flush, you hot. They say you like the next Nas and all that, you know what I mean? Whatever the talk was. And then, I signed to them, whatever. But then we started working on the album.
Speaking about that, the Nas comparison. I've heard it a lot. Like I was playing some music to a few other people the other day just to try to get them to come to the show, you know what I mean, get familiar with the guy. And everybody's like, yo, is that Nas? Is that Nas? I think, is it like a Queens thing? Is it like, that's what sort of...
No, it's a similar cadence, kind of. Not even really, though.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it come to me and him, I mean, I guess we both like laid back.
Yeah.
And we not over tough.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We say something a little smoother than just say kill you.
Witty and shit. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see that. And at the time, what made TVT didn't want to sign me because in Queens we had the Mobb Deep, CNN. Everybody was killing them and all
militant.
That. So me, I was like the one coming under Nas where I could talk about something and still make it sense and still put a storyline to it. So I mean, so we did it. And then Ice Down Medallions LP, I think. LP did the beat, and Capone's my first cousin from CNN.
Shit.
Yeah,
Wow.
definitely.
That's crazy, bro.
Yeah, but before me and him both started writing, we was a DJ group.
Oh shit.
Or me and him used to DJ, we used to battle people and doing blends and shit like that. So that's my real cousin. So I know at the time him and Tragedy was working with Capone and so I think Capone had just got locked up, and when I was doing Ice Down with Danny, they was like, "Yeah, you gotta go get Nore. You gotta go get Nore." Yeah. But then Nore was from a different part of Queens where I'm from, so you know we did a lot of things to each other. They
politics.
shot me, they shot Nore. It was street, a lot of street shit.
Yeah.
So it was hard for me to I didn't know if I had to make that choice. And then one time I called him, he was like, I'm in the studio. He was doing Blood Money, you know what I'm saying, like that. So when he was in the studio doing Blood Money, I was like, shit. I was like, fuck, I'm going to come through by myself. So when I get there, it's like 300 of them.
Oh, shit.
And they know who I am because they know what I do or whatever. But, it was just all love. And then I played the record for him. And then the next day, we was in the studio and did it.
That's crazy.
I've just been my brother ever since.
That's wild, bro. This is a moment for the Hustle podcast, by the way. So I just want to pause and take this in for a sec because you're dropping some names on this podcast right now. It's some legendaries. Just a moment for Montreal, to be honest with you.
Look,
definitely.
I was gonna mention, like I said, I had a story to mention. I had to bring it up. It's a story that involves Royal Flush, the music.
Okay.
I was a kid, 13, 14 years old. 13, 14 years old.
Stealing shit from corner stores?
No, that was like the first time we smoked a joint, you know what I mean?
Oh, shit.
My boy's big brother, he would go to work, go to school. I don't know. I forgot exactly where he was going, but we would sneak into his room after he'd leave, find his little weed stash, grab a bud out, and he had a stack of CDs that we used to listen to. One of those CDs on that stack was Ghetto Millionaire. So that Royal Flush actually shaped my youth. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Definitely. I appreciate that, especially while you was doing drugs. I kept you positive. Appreciate that.
Let's go.
Appreciate it.
And the fact that Chino brought up this opportunity, and I'm like, yo, fuck, it's been so long since I heard the music, right? So it's like I forgot about Royal Flush. But then after when I put it on YouTube, I'm like, holy shit, no, that's the album, you know what I mean? So I'm like, it felt only right to book this show regardless of.
Okay, that makes sense now because Steve called me. Let me just give you a little bit of background information, right? So Steve just hit me out of the blue. He's not a phone person. He don't call nobody. Steve called me. He's like, yo, we're doing a show. I got Royal Flush coming through, and I'm just like, where? Like, you're a promoter now? like what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It was crazy how this shit just came together. But I was like, bet I'm fucking could count me the fuck in. I'm on board, bro.
Nah, definitely. I mean, and that's one thing about me, man. My shows is that's why I put it on. That's why that's how I talk to the crowd.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. A lot of shows that I still do is because if you've seen my performance, you'll do it. Like Rusty Jukes, Elegy, they put on shows. You know what I'm saying? They don't just sit there. So I definitely learned that craft. But they're going to love it out here. Watch.
Yeah.
We putting on something special.
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited.
I think the fact that it's you three, same bill, different styles, you know what I mean, when it comes to cadences and delivery and energy, it's like, it's a no-brainer to come to see the show. It's like, you're never going to see this again. Like, okay, you will in the future, but I'm saying
they'll be back. They like Montreal.
This is the first of many, but you got to come out for the first one, you know what I mean?
100%.
Got to do it. I mean, to a lot of people, if you do your homework, you'll see who I am, Royal Flush. Like I said, I came out, and then there was a time where a lot of artists that came out, if you were signed to a label and you wanted to do a street song, they went to me. Like, I did songs with Big Pun, I did songs with Prodigy, I did songs with Big L, I did songs with Old Dirty Bastard. I wrote with Old Dirty Bastard for Rockefeller. Guru.
Twista.
Anybody, Twista, BG, Juvie, Mac 10, and it doesn't matter. Like Elegy,
just the TikTok,
Sean Price, Mike Geronimo, Nore, Capone.
Those tracks with Tragedy Gaddafi, fire, by the way.
Thank you. I mean, there's not nobody that didn't call on me for that. I give that out. I give a good energy. You know what I mean? So. My type of people that's around, when they do an album, they put a whole thing together. They don't just do a bunch of singles like Elegy said. Now, they put an album together. So a lot of people call on me for that finished touch. That, even I remember Dr. Dre was doing his album. He had to call on Lord Finesse to do the last song on the album. Wow. You know what I'm saying? And when they was listening to it, that song made it. That was the dope song on the album.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So look, after dropping Ghetto Millionaire, you dropped a slew of albums and projects. What do you think? What's the reason you think you never got to that mainstream success?
Me, it was more of I was in the streets, so it's 50-50. So me, the type of streets that I was in, honestly, like a lot of music had to go by people's ears. They actually had to make sure I'm saying the right thing. I'm not criminal, you know what I mean, messing up the family. So them type of things did block me, you know. And then when you're doing two things in 50, I don't give it 100. I was just giving two different things 50 at different places, you know what I mean? So it'll be some days that this 50 is doing good and I'm stuck to that, and this 50 is doing good, you know. But then, you know, as both of them got to 100, one of them I retired on. So now it's time for me to just, this ain't about money with me. I just feel like I'm tired of people saying, yo, Ghetto Millionaire. I don't want to leave with just that.
Right.
So like Ghetto
Stamp your
Billionaire is
legacy.
coming out.
Ghetto Billionaire.
I like that.
Right.
That's a fire mentality right there.
$1 million ain't shit no more.
I mean, you're kind of right. I mean, listen, I would appreciate $1 million though. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to nobody, but yeah, you're right. You are right.
Look, Eric, I've heard the new stuff, like Saucy.
Oh,
The flow on it, like the beat's sick, the visuals. Whoever's shooting your visuals, like I saw you did a couple of the videos.
Yeah, Richie 4K, shout out.
Stay with Richie 4K. He knows what he's doing. The visuals are on point, and I'm noticing like you're switching up the style a bit. Like it's not you per se. Like you're still doing it, but you put that guy on the hook that's got a little bit of auto tune. You know what I mean? Do you think you got to move with the times, or is Ghetto Billionaire gonna be like you're bringing it back to the Ghetto Millionaire?
No, that's because even them songs that you're hearing, that's a I'm putting this out on my birthday, which is May 12th. It's a 8-song little just EP. It's called a Sit Down. So that's just for that. That's just to get everybody ears. You'll hear a couple of joints. I join me and Nore on there, but it's a little musical. So that's that. For Ghetto Billionaire, no, I kind of, I got like the Nas lineup. I got the Pete Rock. I got the Q-Tip. I got the Large Professor. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, I got the lineup's crazy. Got Buck Wild. Like it's unbelievable.
The first time
Is as now I'm asking as a fan, is the Pete Rock element to it? Is it still like the jazz hop flavor to it, to the production?
Yes.
Wow,
yes.
bro, that's crazy.
Yes. He actually done the hook. He did the hook on it too, and it sounds like.
That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
But definitely, I mean, Ghetto Billionaire is coming along crazy. And like, so yeah, I'm dropping that album. And then the next month after that, I'm dropping, me and Sean Price got an album together called The Royal Price Show.
I saw that.
Yeah, so me, him, and Cassidy is going to be the first single. So we shot the video for it last week.
Cass didn't make the beat though, did he?
No.
You know what I'm talking about, right? I'm playing. Shout out to Cass, but
I know.
I had to ask, bro.
But that's, and then then I got for August 19th, I'm gonna throw out the Ghetto Millionaire remix album.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? Which it has like P Rock, everybody else. I sent the acapella to everybody.
Wow.
And said send me a beat to it.
That's crazy, bro.
So Baby Paul is handling that. And then, like I said, brand new year's Ghetto Billionaire. So I got 4 projects dropping.
That's crazy. That's amazing to hear. I kind of want to dial back to a question that you asked with sort of just the evolution of the music. Being that you're somebody, I would consider you, and I don't mean this in a disrespectful way, of course, an elder statesman kind of. Like you have that stamp of approval that actually means something. So how do you feel about the evolution in terms of just the digital sound, where it's all going now? Obviously we're talking about the auto tune and the catchy hooks and stuff like that. Do you feel that do you sometimes feel an urge to kind of not necessarily merge into that lane, but to kind of incorporate it into your music to stay relevant to now? Or are you just comfortable with what you've been doing as long as you've been doing it?
I mean, I stay in my lane. It's like when you used to get in the car with your mother. If you listen to hip hop, she got her one station. You can't change that station. Yeah. That's what you listen to. I don't give a fuck what else is going on out there.
Right.
Who's Run DMC? You better put on Aretha Franklin. That was just every time I got in the car, I knew not to touch the radio.
Yeah.
So if that's my lane, that's my lane. I stay with the music I like. I get in the car, I listen to hip hop, I listen to Griselda, I listen to what I like. I don't have to interfere with that. Just look at it like if you don't go to church or you don't listen to gospel music, when you get in your car, you ain't gonna put on no gospel music, right?
Facts.
So why would I put on drill?
Makes sense.
I don't got no reason to put that on for nothing. There's satellite radio. I can pick and choose what I want to choose. You know what I mean?
I feel like satellite radio is a lot bigger there than it is here because I'm about to get on this satellite radio shit.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
I swear.
Gotta do it. I mean, Apple Play. Make your own list.
Yeah, there you go. That's the vibe.
Yeah.
So talking about the styles of music that you like, and do you ever get that? Do you ever feel like an old head? Do you ever feel like you're that guy that's saying, "Oh, I don't,"
Steve.
You know what I mean? Like picking on a certain genre or saying, "Oh, I don't like this, I don't like that." Do you ever feel like I'm that guy now?
Yeah, I always been that guy. I mean, the type of life I live, you know what I mean? Like I said before music, I was respected another way. So you got to come with me respect anyway. So, but I don't see how, because you know when you're doing, like, if you watch Kung Fu, do they ever call a master old school?
No.
He's the master.
Yeah.
Because he did more than what they did.
Exactly.
He made it to
Exactly.
something. So I feel like in hip hop, I'm just better than y'all. Welcome. You know what I mean? Welcome to my world.
Let's go.
I hope, you know what I mean? Even the person that taught Mike Tyson can't beat Mike Tyson, but he taught him. The person that taught Bruce Lee probably can't beat him, but he taught him. Those are the people that was there that knew more knowledge than him to teach him better. So if there's an artist that he's doing good, do good. Just remember where he came from.
Yeah, I agree. I agree 100%.
100%. No. What's that line you had in Saucy? I box and I bite off ears too.
Like Iron Mike.
Yeah. So all these things that, like, I'm hearing the lines, I'm hearing like you're staying up to date. Even the attire, bro. Like it looked like, I think it was like a Motley Crue jacket or something, like that, but that shit looked fly as hell. So like you're still on point, man.
Yeah, I got grown kids, and then you know with the internet, you gotta play the part, man. I can't run from it. You know, I gotta keep up to something. You know, and just in life, if you want to enjoy life and have a good life, you gotta at least know what's going on out here. You can't be the guy that come out with the high heel shoes with swim, you know what I mean, with fish in them, and you know you got to keep up with the times, man. You know, like I go to Fight Club, I do stuff like that. I order stuff online. I collect sneakers. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
you know?
facts.
So I keep up with the time, man, and that's it. Whether it's jewelry, cars, this is something that I'm not doing for, you know, and like I tell a lot of people, like, in my era, it's easy to have money and then become a drug dealer. Because you got the money to buy your team.
You got the startup.
You got the startup kit. But me, to have nothing to something, it was like a lot harder to just give that up. You know what I'm saying? So I always tell people that a lot of these rappers, they come out, they get money, and now they drug dealers. Yeah, you picked your whole team. You had no problem with it. Now the only thing that comes with that is fucked up because nobody worked hard for it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like in my grind, I had to really like work for it. So I kept it over there, here, but I'm here. Free, retired street dude, one dude that made it.
You made it out alive.
Made it out
God
alive,
bless.
beautiful family, drive something nice, live nice, and now I really can enjoy music. So
You're living the dream, bro.
yeah,
You're living the dream. I got a kind of off kilter question that's just coming out of nowhere. It just hit me because, listen, I grew up idolizing New York rap, still do, and anybody who knows me knows that very well. It's apparent. As a fan, right? I want to know: do you have any crazy tunnel stories?
I know.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, I was there for the Keith Murray and Prodigy. I mean, I was there for. Yeah,
I have a feeling you were at a lot of places.
Yeah, I got wonderful stories. I got stories, like I said, I got personal stories with Big L. I got personal stories with Big Pun. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Can you give me a pun story? Because that was my favorite rapper.
That's this guy.
All right, so I mean, so one time Pun we went to do a song, me and Nore and Pun. So now he comes with Terror Squad. He got all of them in there.
How many of them was there? I feel like there was 100 of them.
It was like 8, but I was cool with Cuban. So Cuban was cool. Pun's there. So Pun was sitting in the booth and he would actually just go, ba-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba. But you know, back then it was real. So we had to cut chop.
That's crazy.
You know, but that's how he did his. And then we sitting there and then he goes, yo, I'm hungry like that. No. Exact story. So boom. So I go to them. So we got a per diem to buy food. Yeah. So now there's some shit called pluck views or some shit. So boom. So I go to him. I let him. So you hungry? He smacked me. So now when he smacked, I said, "Are you hungry?" He smacked me. So everybody now look at everybody, but then everybody starts smiling. So I look at him. So he looked at me. How the fuck you gonna I'm smacking him? Look at my side. So we just all started dying. But he did it out of love. Like, so how the fuck you gonna ask me? Look at my sides. You don't think I'm hungry? Why would you ask me if I'm hungry? Just order the shit and give it to me. How fast he talked. But it was love though. It was love
Wow,
though.
bro.
I mean, but we had good times. There's times he done took me to Jimmy's and he showed me what twin lobster tails was. I didn't know that. And I thought you only get one lobster. This shit came two.
That's crazy. Jimmy's Cafe, bro. That was the meeting spot.
You have experiences, and it's from people that a lot of other people idolize. You know what I mean? Like one of the greatest rappers of all time in a lot of people's opinions. You went there, you had lobster tails with the dudes. The first time you heard about the angel lobsters, what was it? I didn't even know about
Twin lobster tails,
Twin
bro.
lobster
Get it together,
tails.
Steve. God damn it.
So no, that's a great experience. Can you tell us a little bit about like Queens growing up, man? Flushing, like what's that environment like?
Flushing was different because Flushing where I'm from is like the middle of Queens. So like we're here, and then you got Long Island City there. You got like Bayside Queens there, and you got Fresh Meadow there, and you got Southside Jamaica there. So we're in the middle of all of them. So no matter what school one of us went to, we had a problem with some section. So that's why I said, look, I'm Flushing, but I got beef with Nore and them because some of them can't go to the left right school, so they come to our school, which is John Bound, and that's how we got into But it was rough for us, but. I was a little crazy. Like I really can't talk. Like,
Yeah.
But nah, we did it. And then it was just a time where, as a young kid, a lot of like Supreme Team and a lot of the older guys, they knew I was there. I was like they would call me the little liaison.
So you was getting it like that.
Yeah. So they like the little liaison. Like if somebody got their chain snatched.
Right.
I could
Call
yo,
Flush.
let me go talk to yo, you can see if you get the chain back, you know what I mean? So I guess so. So I did that for a lot of people. I still do it to this day, you know.
Damn.
And that's what keeps like Flushing. You know, you don't hear a lot of death calls. You don't hear a lot of us killing each other. None of that, because it's always like, let's make a final call and make sure we're doing it to the right person.
Yeah.
So I respect that.
Like you brought it up, the chain thing. I think this has been brought up a few times. Mr. Cheeks. What was that situation? He went out with your piece. He was wearing your jewelry, and he ended up getting robbed.
Yeah. A lot happened after that. I mean, that's my brother.
That's water under the bridge. You don't want to
that's my brother. I mean, if it was just me and him involved, then cool. I probably could elaborate. But something happened after that, and every time I mention it, I don't want to keep bringing it back.
No, that's true.
So, absolutely.
Dead that.
But that's my brother, and we went through some. You know what I mean? Brothers up and down. Like I said, it don't matter. He could have gave me something, and something happened. Shit, we used to trade cars. If I needed a motorcycle for the day, and like me and him now, we do a lot of shows together. We actually, me, him, and Mike Geronimo got an album together that we didn't throw out yet called The Hard Way, but it's complete.
Why did I always think Mike Geronimo was from Southside for some reason?
Because Irv Gotti,
yeah, that's probably
DJ,
why. That's probably why.
No, Mike was from Flushing. I wasn't from Flushing the streets. Mike used to hang out with my cousin. They was both in like Little League baseball and shit like that. I'm a
no, it's all no worries. But, all right, I was wrong about that.
Yeah, and even though he's older than me, but so then once he came out, they had came to me and was like, yo, you heard Mike Geronimo? I was like, who? Mike up the block? You know what I mean? So then I went to actually I'm walking to the store to go get a beer, and he's there. He's like, I'm shooting Shit's Real tomorrow in front of the store. So I was like, yeah. I said, all right, cool, I'll be there. So Shit's Real. I'm the one that throw the dice.
Oh shit.
And
I'm literally gonna go watch that shit when we get out of here. I'm dead ass. That's wild.
Then we got on. That was it. Then one day he did a show. Irv and them couldn't show up. Mike Geronimo called me. I got on stage. The label seen the charisma. That was that.
The kids call it the Riz now. Charisma's the Riz.
It's the Riz.
He had the Riz.
I never Googled
That's the new
what the
shit.
Riz means.
That's what it is. I got that Riz, bro.
I got that Riz now.
Yeah, man. That's crazy, bro. Listen, before I'm not even wrapping it up. I'm just saying, but before we get out of here, and this goes for you as well as Rusty and as well for Illa G, I really want to give you guys the credit you deserve, because I know that, listen, at the end of the day, we're just human beings. We all have bad days. We all have our regular everyday life experience. But I want you guys to know that you growing up idolizing New York hip hop, to people like us, you guys are fucking legends, and you guys deserve that credit and that respect, and we want to definitely give that to you as well as the other two. They're here somewhere. But just what I'm saying is, don't lose sight of that shit. When you're having an ill day and shit don't feel right, just remember, bro, Royal Flush is a fucking legend, bro.
Yes,
Remember
man.
that there's.
I mean, I'm just happy that I can get my music out. That's why I said, to me, I feel like there's no age. I feel like 97 again.
Yeah.
I feel like this is my second real album, and I feel like the same age that I'm doing it.
Yeah. And that support is there.
Yeah, like I was gonna say is, think of like, bro, you did your stuff. You're a staple in the scene. You know what I mean? You're a legend. Us, we're from Canada. We have 8 months of winter. This is a terrible.
What do that have to do with it?
It doesn't matter, bro. It has a lot to do with it.
Okay, all right.
It has a lot to do with it.
Show
man.
me the way, Steve.
Trust me, man. We're living in igloos out here. This ain't the way. This ain't the way, bro. If I was in New York and I was popping in 1997 with an album, bro, I'm telling you, shit would be totally different right now.
Oh, nah, yeah, it was different. I mean, these kids get way more money than we was getting. You know, it was definitely different. But I mean, like I said, everybody just love hip hop, man. We can't, no matter what, we can't bring the 90s back. It's never fucking coming back.
I love that
no
you said
matter
that,
what
bro.
we did, man. And it's just do what you do. Stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Do what works for you.
I agree.
You mentioned you wrote songs with ODB for Rockefeller, right?
Yeah, when he just came home, I wrote like the song. Remember I said I wrote one of the songs. Mariah just picked me up. So yeah, I wrote a lot, but the album never came out. I used to go in the studio with Swiss, and we did a couple of things, man. And it wasn't like, so I didn't write for Old Dirty Bastard. You can't write for Old Dirty Bastard.
You just throw a line.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so like if you watch the Wu-Tang, that kid had to be, so I had to be Old Dirty Bastard. So as he's sitting there, you know, because the medicine they had him on, wasn't nothing wrong with him, wasn't no drugs, none of that. The medicine they had him on, that's what took him down. But as the medicine was slowing him up, I would just sit there in the studio with him. We'd come up together and we'd just do it together. And I was just with him every day, you know what I mean, till he left. I mean, you know, same with Sean Price, man. Like him and Illa G, those were best friends. I was like the side chick for a year straight.
He laughing.
Or like, and those are my friends for like the last year before Sean left. We was like inseparable. Daughters the same age. You know, we did a lot of shit like that.
That's crazy.
You guys met further on down the line, right? It wasn't. Beginning was it?
Me and Sean?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I know from Duck Down. I mean, they mentioned me on a couple songs. Me and Mike Geronimo getting hotter this year. But me and his relationship, like as my brother. I mean, out of all of them, that was always my favorite because one time he had moved to Queens near Jamaica, and that's where, you know, I used to see him all the time, going to the crib, and we used to kick it. But P was always like my favorite. And then once that got there, that Mike Tyson shit, oh my God. So I went to find my friend. Where's he at? But that was out of everybody I worked with. Like I worked with the best. Like I said, but P was like, that was a different type of work. That it was so much more than music. You know, that shit was like, you never seen someone so talented and smack the shit out you at the same time.
Yeah, that's the common thread that I get from like every interview I've ever heard about P. That's literally exactly what the two common denominators that it comes down to.
It was some kids. I think they came from Switzerland. And it was like, yo, Flush, you think we could pay, you know, in the studio we work at, you know, we think we can give Sean Price $700 and you $700 to give us a verse? So I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. I'll take it. I said, Sean Price will probably be here in like 5 minutes. It's like 5 minutes, Sean Price coming, kids go to him. He go, yo, yeah, you know, I want to do a verse for $700. Sean Price said, hey, give me $700. Smacked him with it. Bam. Flush, call me tomorrow. I'm not doing a song. And left out the studio.
These poor kids.
I walked back down the steps and left out. He smacked the whole nigga with the 700. Boom. And walked back down the steps. So I'm going home. Burner wants me. So I just like, Man, it was, and if he loved you, man. Like crazy. Me from a Queens dude, man. Like Rusty Jux and them, they had him for a while, man.
Yeah.
But that year I had, man, I was like marvelous. So that's my favorite artist to work with.
Yeah, let's give an RIP to Sean P. Absolutely, bro, for sure. That's wild, though.
Early 90s, late 90s, when it came to the music, there was always that Scarface, Goodfella feel to the music.
The mafioso
thing. What was Royal Flush's movie? What was that inspiration? What was the one that you were watching all the time? Was it like, I know Scarface was packed when it came out. I know the Paid in Full, people were going hype. Which one was it that did it for you? New Jack City, something like that?
Nah. I only watch Western Army movies. Yeah, so,
only Army movies
and Western.
And
I like Westerns too. I recently got into Westerns.
I love Western.
All the Young Guns and all that.
Yeah, I recently got into Westerns, bro. That's
John
crazy.
Wayne, all those crazy. But Army movies was the shit.
Like Full Metal Jacket and shit. Full Metal Jacket's a banger, right? Yeah, that's a banger right there. That's probably the best one.
Saving Private Ryan.
That one
first
too.
20 minutes is the.
Yeah.
I mean, like, those excite me. Yeah, like the hood movies, like that was.
Like I
me.
live in the hood. I already know this shit. I don't want to watch it.
Those are it. Those are it.
Plus, it's always the same story. Like it's a watered down fucking. Like you know.
True. Unless it's like a Paid in Full. They're telling the story.
Paid in Full was dope. Shout out to Dame. Paid in Full 2 is apparently
classic,
in the
bro.
works. I'm excited.
Paid in Full was. I mean, because like, but I was a part of that. So I mean, even if I wasn't physically there, I knew what was going on in the street. So I seen that stuff.
Yeah.
What's your take on like what happened? Like you can say pass or you can answer.
talk.
Alpo Martinez. What was your take on that whole thing? Like
Who that?
Alpo.
Oh, Alpo. I mean, I don't condone snitching. I don't know. But you know, some people say, what makes a snitch, a person out to tell or the person out to keep a secret? Think about that.
That's
Say it
kind of
again. Say it
profound.
again, bro.
That's profound, bro.
I gotta hear that again, bro. I'll tell you.
You my boy, you know who killed my boy, but you got to keep a secret. So you gonna snitch?
What's worse?
Are you gonna snitch and tell me? Cause you my boy, you got to tell me who shot my brother. But you know the nigga that shot my brother.
Fucking
That's a sticky situation right there, my friend.
Do you think he was moving reckless with the?
Oh, of course.
He came out. He's going to the nightclubs.
I mean, no. I mean, eventually you gotta live your life. I mean, his situation, he got caught up with the young boys. Yeah. He got caught up with the young boys, man.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with the actual.
Yeah. It wasn't nobody from our generation came back and got him. Nah, he went to the young boys, and you trying to play him, and you sleeping with one of these young boys' girls, and yeah, shit
That's
happens.
what it was.
And let's be honest, these young boys nowadays, they shoot first and ask questions later, boy.
Yeah, but they're dropping all the bodies.
I mean, but I just think a lot of people. I mean, I don't know. I'm from an era where you can have a gun in my face. I'm gonna try to talk you out that for a minute. Like we got shit. You know what I mean? Like I just don't provoke shit. I'm different.
Level-headed.
Yeah. And then when you come home late, I'm sitting in the kitchen with your kids at the table. You know what I mean? Like I'm just gonna move different. I just can't move like that. Sometimes you gotta give a message, man, and that's what the problem. No, there's no messages, man. Everybody's just shooting.
Yep.
We're supposed to tell them, nah, don't do that. That ain't worth it. You want to handle it, go meet that nigga around the corner, talk to him like a man, see if y'all can squash it first. If it don't go there, then do what you got to do. But there's no messages. There's no one in between. They go, yo, I'm going to get my gun. I'm going to get mine. Everything all right? Nobody want to slow you down.
What's the street politics, so to say? Is it like got the Dominicans?
It's a very vague question, Steve.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Are you trying to piece it
Queens
together?
like? What's Queens like? Is it
Queens is so diverse. Queens is everything. I think everywhere is everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I can go to Brooklyn, I could be with the Jewish, and then I could be with the killers in 2 blocks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just diverse everywhere. It's just where you at. The main thing is you got to be able to go everywhere. New York is just where everything's open. Nothing's a hood right now. Because you could be in the projects and they'll build a building across the street that got swimming pools and doormans in it. So it's everything's together. You know what to do right, you know what to do wrong. The young dudes, I don't know what they're doing. They just, I don't know. I never wanted to fight over a color. Just money.
Yeah, when did the colors come into New York? Because I feel like gangs was always a part of New York. So you had the D-Ceps, you had the Low Lifes. gangs was always there, but like, when did I know the Bloods really kind of kicked off in the 90s, but like it seems like that shit just took over the whole city, and even here too it took over around the same time actually.
It did because in the streets there's money, in jail there's colors. So. In colors, that's your money. That's how you show your representation. That's how you show your unit. That's how you show you getting money. So that started from jail. And as people came home from jail, kept the secrets, more people come home. I was blood in jail, and just going like that. But that's a jail thing. Yeah, that's a jail thing.
Like it reminds me. I don't know if I was with you when we were walking in Brooklyn, and I saw a dude across the street. Here in Montreal, you see somebody. Maybe you'll say hi to them. Maybe you'll like give them a nod. You know what I mean? So I did the like,
what's up?
What's up? So the guy crosses the street and then he starts dapping me up and he's like, I did this. So he thought I was Latin king, bro.
All right.
So you know what I mean? The situations like that, you got to watch out.
Did you have a Colombian haircut?
I told him I'm not the Latin king. I'm from Canada. And the guy said, yo, don't do that.
No, he was right.
He was right.
So yeah, you gotta watch how you move. You know what I mean? Here it's different. Like I've never had that situation that I felt like if I put my hand up or if I nod at somebody or if I look at somebody the wrong way, it's gonna really pop.
I mean, listen, don't get me wrong. There's shit going on in the city like any other city here, but it's just the way I put it is in Canada we have what I would call a safety net. You can feel the safety net in Canada. There's no real place that I've been to. There's definitely probably some places in Toronto where that right now that are fucking crazy, but. Even still, there's that safety. You feel relatively safe. You know what I mean? Like if you're not really looking for problems, you'll be all right, bro. I notice in the States, I've been to places, and not only in New York, bro. I've been to Baltimore. I've been to parts of Florida where you literally just cross into a neighborhood and you feel the air. You literally feel the air change. Like you feel like, okay, this is some different shit now. Like it's just different, bro. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I can't identify what it is, but it's just there's a difference. It feels dangerous, bro.
Correct. No, and he's right. The air changed, suction changed, everything changed. You know when you're in that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Me, I just don't go.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, what's your no-go? What's your no-go zone? Whichever place it is, I just don't go. I just don't do hood shit. Yeah, I don't do none of that.
I mean, I feel like you're probably past that point at this point.
Yeah, like me, I'm part of my school. My daughter's PTA. I'm a soccer coach.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
bro.
like my daughter, she's 12. She's number one in the country in debate.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't even know what to write. So now imagine my arguments at home.
Yeah, for real. You losing all of them shits.
She's and to have to go to bed early on Friday to get up to go to debate on Saturday. Right. That's it. That's the most high.
It's a beautiful thing though. Like,
it is beautiful, bro.
That's nothing like it. Then my son playing soccer. I don't know. He knows everything. Me, I'm thinking baseball, basketball, but my kids do other shit. So I love that, and I'm a part of it.
It sounds like family life is good. You were there for the kids.
It is good. You need to have some kids, Steve. It'll change your life.
Oh, I'm good right now.
A daughter, just one daughter. One daughter.
I'm gonna lose my shit if I have one daughter, bro. Trust me.
Now here goes with that.
Especially in this generation. You crazy, bro? So yeah, like you have a solid family unit. You know what I mean? I feel like it keeps you grounded as a person. You stay humble. You're not out there on that bully shit. You know what I mean? You are in the music, but
yeah, I really just stay out the way. A lot of times, like I'm a tourist, so a lot of things that happen, I probably feel it 30 minutes before it happened. That's just natural.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you've been in the environment long enough to understand what's going on.
I'm not one of them people that did a lot of jail time. I don't get I always leave right before it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Instincts, bro. Intuition.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
But I just don't second question nothing. Like a lot of people know me, they'll be in the club with me and they're like, where'd Flush go? I went home. Yeah. Because that 5 minutes of me waiting for you to say, hold on, I'm coming with you, something done already happened. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I just good judgment, And like a lot of times I'd be out if I got all my jewelry on, and then I pay somebody to be with me. Because I'm going to pay more if I bring my friend and he get caught. I don't worry about him snitching. Now he wants me to take care of his girl. Now he thinks everybody's fucking his girl. Just
a lot of open up a can of worms with that one.
If I got to go somewhere and do something and I got to wear everything, then and this guy's $100 an hour, $300 for 3 hours, come protect me. Yeah, bring me back home to my family. Take this shit off and play soccer.
There you go, play soccer. I love it, bro.
All right, we're getting to that time.
Yeah, it's time for you to drop a gem
You
for
gotta
these
pick up
beautiful
that
people,
gem
bro.
flush right there. Everybody's been doing it. So what you got to leave the ultimate gem. You've already been saying a bunch of great stuff that people are going to take with them.
It looks good with the watch. I'm not gonna
Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, Rolly too. I had wore my shit Miami, and it was like 9,000 fake ones. I put my shit away. I don't even know if a bitch gonna believe me. But I mean, even though you can look at they shit look like. But
it shines different.
Yeah, but I'm like, I don't even want to. I shouldn't even be in this party. That's why Rolly said, "Go back in." All right, so
That's the gem right there.
So now with a gem, what I could do and what I could say is, anything in life you do, make sure you have a start and a finish. Whatever you do, I don't care if whatever you want to succeed in, because if you don't have a start and a finish and you just have a start, you're just going to be running in the same place without a finish. So once you have a start and a finish, you know where to start and you know how to finish. So you see all your accomplishments and you know where you're going wrong to get to the finish line. So without a finish line, you'll make it nowhere. So make sure you have a start and finish. Even if you're cooking breakfast, make sure you're going to cook the eggs first, pancakes last, and have the accomplishment. But don't just go there and say, I want to eat breakfast, and you're just pulling shit out the refrigerator. You didn't make your mind up. There's not a start and a finish. Whatever you do in life, start, finish, and go have for it. You know what I mean?
Bars, I love that. That's another gem drop over here. Royal Flush, thank you for that one. Tell the people what to expect, where to find the music, where to buy the merch, where to support real fucking hip hop.
Real Royal Flush. Real Royal Flush on Instagram. It's not hard to find me with social media, but everything, like far as the merch and everything, like I said, the album dropped May, so I'll be putting up everything. Like when I started this year, I said I'm not going to stop. And from the beginning of this year, you've seen 3 videos. So everything's going to come. So if you go on my gram tomorrow, you probably see when the album dropped. So just follow me, keep up with me, and support me. And I love Canada. That's my second home.
Hey.
That's right. You heard it here from the man himself. Come out to the show. Like we said, you're not going to see this episode.
This will be after the show, but we expect to see you motherfuckers there.
Exactly.
Right.
If I didn't see you there,
now when you see the show and you see this, you put it together, start and finish backwards.
See what I'm saying?
All right. Thank you, everybody, for watching another episode of the Hustle Podcast. We out.
Welcome, everybody. Y'all ready for this? The Hustle. My name is Steve and Tek, and these are my